Peace. I'm back. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm having some technical difficulties here. It's like it's kicking me off. Y'all climb back in and let's get to it. Peace, love, light, and healing family. Peace to the gods, peace to the earth. Y'all climb back in. Let me know if I'm live. It just keep kicking me off and it keep reading an error message. I don't know what it's about. My internet is plugged up. Everything is good. My computer working just fine. I mean, everything hooked up correctly, so it just keep knocking me off. Let's try this one more time. If it knock me off again, then I'm just take it as a sign of Yahweh, and I'll go live another day. Y'all climb back in. Jeremy Warner, shalom, peace, love, light, and healing. My brother Robert Murphy, how you doing, God? Peace, God, how you feeling? New Brew, peace, y'all climb on in. Shalom, Judah, Ban Yishael, Unique Yishael, y'all climb on in. Yisrael. Yeah, they tried that, didn't they, Unique? They going off. It's something going on with my system, but it's popping back up. Everything seemed to work. If it go off again, I'm just going to go live another time. Y'all make sure y'all like this. Y'all make sure y'all share it and let everybody know that it is working fine, all right? Rashonda, peace, queen. How you feeling? Shanice, peace, queen. Mark Tops, my brother, peace, God. How you feeling? Felisa, y'all climb on in. Make sure y'all share this. Make sure y'all like this. Make sure y'all subscribe. We're going to get deep today. Share it out. Let people know that it is working now. And I don't know what was going on at first, but we done fixed the problems. Again, if anybody is on my YouTube, type in some 9s. If anybody's on my blue check page, type in some 8s. And anybody is on my personal page, which is Yaki Hickman on Facebook, type in some 7s, and we're going to get to it. And what we're talking about is how your emotions is being targeted, how the industries, the companies, the pharmaceutical companies, the food industries, the toy industry, the television network, the televisions, your whole community, everything that's in your community, how it's truly made systematically to target your emotions. And then you feed into the emotional targeting or marketing, and these things are literally causing all the toxemias and toxins inside of your bloodstream, shutting down your major organs, shutting down your adrenals, shutting down your endocrine system. You know, and I was just saying before this live got jammed up and it was messed up, how I was having a conversation with a brother, and a brother of mine, he pretty rich, you know, he's worth about 14 million. And he was just talking about how he's free. And, you know, he like, I'm free. I can do whatever I want to do. I have financial freedom. I have this and I have that. And, you know, me, I'm a real brother. So I'm not finna sit back and just let a brother think that he's free when I know I clearly can see that he's in slavery. So what I asked him was, I was asking, with that money that you're saying that you're free with, that money that you said that you have gained that freed you, who faces on it? Is it or is it not all oppressor face on that dollar bill? And isn't that a federal debt note? These clothes that you're wearing, who told you to wear those clothes? Were you influenced to wear those clothes? How did you know the bottom Jordans that you got on your feet? All because somebody have marketed that to you. That's what made you buy those Jordans. What about that Calvin Klein shirt you got on? Somebody have marketed Calvin Klein to you. Without somebody marketing it, or you didn't see nobody else with it on, or you didn't notice this on a commercial, you would never have this shirt on, down to the belt buckle, down to the very hairstyle that you got. How did you know that? Our hair grow naturally. If you live with nature and you never cut your hair will be down to your ankles right now. But you got a fresh fade right now. Who brought that into your dimension? Who brought that into your mind frame, into your cipher? Obviously, you was influenced and you had to see this from somewhere else, down to that car you got, whether it's a Bentley or Rolls Royce. The reason why you want to drive these luxury cars, because it has been made and programmed to you to think that they're a luxury. I'm a victim at that as well. I choose a Rolls Royce and a Bentley over a Honda Accord any day. But the reason why is because it have been programmed to me or shown and marketed to me that this is the in-car thing, that this is the camel and not the donkey. So we was talking and it was like a eureka moment in my head. I said, dang, you not free. You still enslaved. But I realized the reason why he was still enslaved. He was still enslaved because they have been attacking our emotions. And I want to get into that, because this is how we're going to get into the kidneys. This is how we're going to get into the adrenals. So make sure that y'all got y'all pens and y'all pads ready, because we finna get deep into it. So this is what I was looking at. When you look inside of the black community, When you look inside the black community, you're going to see a Chinese food store. Everybody brings their food. Everybody brings their culture. Everybody brings their merchandise into our neighborhoods, and then they sell it to us. And what I noticed is it is not freedom. If anything that makes you happy profit another nation, that is not you being free. That is exploitation. If anything you do that you think is to get you ahead, somebody else profit that don't belong to your nation, you're not really having success or doing anything. We are not operating as a nation. We're not operating as an individual people. We are not a self-sustaining nation. And the reason why is our emotions. Everything is leaned and geared towards your emotions, because everybody understand but the so-called black community that the emotions, what we call energy and motion, is a chemical reaction inside of the body. Everything. So anything that they promote to you is going to be from a emotional standpoint. So what they got you doing is they got you buying things out of fear. They got you living out of fear. Everything you do is out of a fear perspective, and you're literally thinking you free and you think you're brave and you have courage, but you don't. You see that? You don't even drive down a certain street because you know the police might pull you over. You see that? So that fear will literally dictate your whole entire day and have you drive the opposite way. You won't drive into certain neighborhoods because you know certain neighborhoods are due to violence and the murder rate is high in these certain areas. So you would drive all the way across town instead of taking a shortcut, the freedom way, to get to your destination. You see that? So that is everything. Your whole entire life is being driven off of fear. That's why they put these things on TV. That's why they film. That's why they film themselves killing our people dead in the streets. That's why they put the fear tactics in you to have you in the hospital, going to their pharmaceutical companies. And we think this is something new, but this has been driven into the people since slavery times. And this is the reason why we are the number one for kidney failure and adrenal failure, because guess what kills the kidneys? Fear. Well, what do fear produce? Fight or flight, cortisol, or what you call adrenaline. So if you go back to the slavery days, think about it. We was getting beat. We was getting whipped. We were being hanged from trees. We was getting set on fire. We're getting tied to horses like the Levi sign showed you. If you look up the Levi sign and it shows two horses pulling apart jeans, that's what was happening to the so-called Negro on the cotton fields. He was getting ripped apart. They was breaking a buck and putting they penises up grown man's behind, breaking a spirit. You don't think that these things have traveled down through DNA? These things have traveled down through cellular memory and have created your kidneys, have created your bloodline, and you don't think that you're moving out of that same fear? You don't think that you have been emotionally targeted to be the number one consumer on planet Earth? If you don't believe that, you have to be out of your damn mind. You just gotta be. So I'm looking at a rich man, a straight rich man. You know what I'm saying? Rich, but he's sick. He's falling victim to the very thing that everybody else, that the poor people is falling victim to. I see a rich man. He gotta wait to even go get money from the bank. I see a rich man. You see this? He is still governed by the same rules and regulations that we are governed by. So how are you free? How are you free? You say you own land, but the government could come in at any day and take that land from you, take that food from you. You see that? You commit a crime right now, they gonna come lock you up. You don't have an army that's gonna come bust you and bail you and break you out of that jail. You don't have an army that's gonna come and afflict power or afflict power or will. So how are we claiming we free? And the more and more you sit down and you think about this, we are straight being targeted through fear for sickness. We're being targeted through fear to buy things. We're being targeted through fear to eat. Even the way we eat is sexual. All this stuff it just didn't happen. This wasn't a happenstance or a circumstance thing. This was literally by design. By design. Do you think it is a coincidence that all children love pizza? All children love ice cream? All children love candy? You think that's a coincidence? All children like candy? All children like sweet things? You think it's by coincidence that 99% of the young black youth in the black community like Jordans? Y'all think that's a coincidence? Or if this is what's been showed to us by the media, which we don't control. We don't even control the information coming into the black community. We don't even control the information. So of course this is systematically done. This is systematically done. Now, why am I talking about that? The reason why I'm talking about that is because the kidneys is literally the seats of your ancestors. What do I mean by that? I mean your kidneys come down from your ancestors, the blood. So you have something called blood. Blood is the life of the body. What the blood does is the blood is created by the bone marrow. Once the blood create this bone marrow, these bloods go to the spleen to be reproduced and to get cleansed out. And then when you breathe in oxygen, the oxygen goes to your lungs. The lungs take it to the alveoli. And then what happens is it goes into the respiratory system and it goes into the blood banks. From there, the blood comes in, and then you have things like phytonutrients, amino acids, minerals, iron phosphate, potassium monophosphate. All your goodies go into the bloodstream and it feed 150 trillion cells of the body. Well, the oxygen molecule that gives you life, that gives you breath, this intellect that you can't see but it exists, that you call the spirit, or you call the Ruach HaKodesh, or that you call the Neshama, that you call the Prama, that you call the Kundalini. It's so many different names for this invisible force, this quantum invisible thing that we can't see, but we know it's present. Because if you go outside and you see them trees moving and dancing to that melanin rhythmatic rhythm they got, it's something pushing them. It's an imposing force that's pushing that tree to move. And you can feel that breeze hit you. You even stop for a minute to feel that breeze. Sometimes you even thank God because it feels so good. Showing you that it's an invisible force out here that truly exists that you cannot see, just like Wi-Fi. You can't see Wi-Fi. Only thing you see is the router in the box, but you see that your computer connected and hooked up to it, right? So we see that life is in the blood. This very life is called oxygen. This oxygen feeds the body its vitality, its energy. Well, guess what handles and deal with the blood every minute of the day? Deals with over 150 quarts of blood every day. The kidneys. Guess what filters the blood? Filters out all these emotions. Because remember, emotions is a chemical functioning process. If you're happy, guess what? That is oxytocin. If you're in love, guess what? That's oxytocin. If you're mad, guess what? That's epinephrine. If you got energy and you're ready to fight, guess what? That's norepinephrine. If you're afraid, guess what? That is adrenaline. All that is being produced by the adrenal glands, by the thyroid glands, by the hypothalamus gland, which is where all your energy or spirit, or what we're going to call oxygen and motions, appears and happens at. So somebody that say that spirit don't exist, you a damn lie. Spirit is manifested through emotions by way of the nervous system and the glandular endocrine system, or what we call the glandular highway. So they know these things. So what they do is they put you in fear states. Now you buying out of fear. Now you shopping out of fear. And fear just don't mean you're afraid. Fear can mean you're afraid to look poor. So you buying stuff that's way beyond your means. You buying shit you know you can't afford. Now you putting yourself in a mental financial prison, a mental financial bondage, trying to keep up with people that's not even you, trying to keep up with a culture that don't even look like yours. Buying cars that you can't afford. With the bill is damn higher than your house note. Don't own any land. And then if you do own land, inside of the clauses of the contract, the government, the military can come take it right up under your feet. Showing you that we buy out of fear. We eat out of fear. We make love out of fear. We have babies out of fear. Our whole life is out of fear. And this was set up. This was a plot. This was set up. That's why you look on TV, you got rapists on TV. You got murder on TV. You turn on the television, and televisions is just all type of negative things being projected to our people and to our children. They got cartoon animals with sex objects. You are seeing a Bugs Bunny with ears, and you take away the ears and it's a penis with balls. The balls are his cheeks. But subliminally, they're implanting this sexuality, and they're implanting their agendas to our children and to us. And all they do is cycle and cycle and cycle this deadly, depressed, oppressed, murderous, fearful energy, and just constantly put it on us. You can't turn on the radio without them talking about butts moving, without them talking about sex, without them talking about killing niggas. You can't put a CD in without the rappers talking about sex, talking about degrading a black woman, talking about blowing his brother head off, talking about gangbanging, talking about killing niggas. You see that? Do y'all think that this is just mere coincidence, or is this by designs? And then you go into the black community, the first thing you see is Planned Parenthood. which is sterilizing us and stopping our reproductive systems, stopping us from repopulating. Then you go to the schools and they teaching white history. They're not teaching anything to do with the black community or black history. And it's all post-slavery, slave ships, and then going into slavery and going into the cotton fields and everything after. It's nothing about when we was gods and goddesses, kings and queens. It's nothing about when we sat on thrones and we ruled Europe. The black man in Europe, or when they got here and all them black people that they so-called the Native American Indians, which is our people, was already on these shores, already had built so-called America. You don't see that? Or you go and you see a Chinese food place and you not from China and they not even eating the very rice that they're feeding you. Huh? Or on every corner, there's a liquor store. Algal, if you look at it in this Arabic word, which means flesh-eating entity. Huh? You got AK-47s inside a Russian AK-47s in the hood. And you ain't never been to Russia. Then they just found and they put the military police. They have locked them up and they're going to trial. This happened 3 days ago. They was found straight funneling and smuggling hundreds of thousands of guns into Chicago. They got them. How do y'all think they getting here? Yes, hundreds of AK-47s, rocket launchers, all types of guns that you cannot even get unless you was military personnel. They got caught funneling these things into Chicago. Y'all are telling me this is not by design? Huh? Show me where a poppy field grow at in St. Louis, Missouri. A whole poppy plant. But then we have heroin epidemics going on out here. This is not by design? Huh? Do you think it's by design? The average Negro I see got on some type of name brand, and this brand do not represent him, nor our people created it, but it is fit to make another nation rich? Huh? And you saying you buy this because you got the money to buy it. No, you buy it because you in fear. You buy it because you scared. You are scared to look like you. You are scared to represent your true black history. You are scared to worship and walk with your ancestors. You are scared to be so different. You are scared to be the melanated being who Yahweh created you to be. So you spend all your money, all your time, all your focus trying to be somebody you not. You're buying out of fear. You're sick because of fear. Everything you do is off of fear, a very low frequency that they keep us in to keep us being the number one consumers of planet Earth. Just look this stuff up. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. And we wonder why our kidneys are dead. Our kidneys are out. We are literally runaway slaves. We act like runaway slaves because literally we are runaway slaves with the sense of feeling freedom, and we're not really free. If the only freedom that you gonna get is freedom that's built by they construct. It's freedom built by these reptilians construct. Straight up. You know you're not free if you got $1 million in the bank, but you can't even leave the country. You can't. They have to give you permission and a passport to leave the country, but you free. Stop it. Stop it. But you free. And we wonder why our bodies is reacting to this environment the way it is. Everything is stress related. I got to get to work. I got to chase the bag. I got to make this person happy. I got to do this. I got to do this. No, only thing you have to do is become. That's the only thing you have to do is to become. Everybody asks what I've been up to. I've been becoming. What are your plans for the future? To become. All these different stipulations and limitations that's been set on our people. All these different rules and regulations that is governing and by only to govern us. Only to govern us, to keep us in a box, to keep us oppressed, suppressed, and depressed. This environment, it's time to change these things. Notice that? I got pulled over yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Pulled over for running a imaginary stop sign. We already know what it was, but I got pulled over for running an imaginary stop sign. I had a split decision in my head because my brain automatically went to the government is after me for the healings. They already just cut my tire. I'm finna die. I immediately put that out in an atmosphere, and my kidneys and my adrenals immediately began. I feel my body. I'm in tune with my body. My kidneys and my adrenals immediately began to ache. I felt adrenaline and cortisol being released from my adrenals and rushing into my bloodstream. I immediately felt my heart rate beat up. you know, and I had to check myself, and I had to calm myself down and get back into my African mind, because I was thinking with a Eurocentric European mind, and I got afraid because I know what type of people, as a whole nation, I know what type of people they are. They're angry people. So I started thinking like them, and I automatically thought that everybody was out to get me. So I had to calm myself down because I had my wives with me, and I can never show any type of fear when I'm around them because I'm a leader. So I had to literally battle between my emotions, energy and emotions, to be able to govern myself and be the God over this body. And it took me about 2 minutes, but I calmed myself down. But it let me know right then and there, I'm like, man, I'm straight moving through a fear system. Right there, that cortisol just took 5 years off my life, tainted my blood, messed up my hypothalamus gland, produced all type of acids that's probably still in my blood today because of me getting pulled over at that particular point. Because I don't know whether this European is finna pull his pistol, shoot me and my wife. I don't know if he's finna try to make my wife get out the car and search her, because he damn sure ain't finna do that. I wouldn't be a man if that happened. So I'm thinking like I might have to give my life today over a bullshit traffic ticket from speeding and passing up a stop sign that don't even exist. The fucking stop sign didn't even exist. But just because we have certain superiority over us, so-called, in this construct, in this holographic universe, now I have to move differently. I got to make sure that when I'm in Florissant or when I'm in North County, I can't ride down a certain street because, you know, the people that's supposed to be over this construct might pull me over for driving while black, you know, in a Range Rover, and you know how they are, and just racially profiling me. So now me through emotions is going to dictate my whole entire day. No, guys can't move like that. Guys can't move like that. And then if I move like a God is, then I'm labeled rebellious. And then they always kill the rebellion ones, the leaders, the gods that speak out. You see that? It's like a lose-lose inside of this construct. So y'all wonder why I teach and I preach, you know, get your own get your own environment and build up your own environment to free your people, because it's very important. We need to be policing our own neighborhoods. We need to be growing our own foods. We even got to get food from another nation. Literally, our whole survival instinct is built and predicated upon people who are not us. But we free? How is we free? Huh? Look at your kidneys. Examine your blood. Examine that tainted blood. Examine them weakly genetic modified kidneys that's in your body because it was passed down from your ancestors being living and moving in fear their whole entire life. And you wonder why our adrenals is acting the way they acting. You wonder why we're the #1 for disease, for HIV, sickle cell anemia, leukemia, kidney disease. We're in the dialysis centers getting our kidney filtered because our kidneys are not functioning properly, because we have gotten these cellular degenerative cells from our ancestors, from the acids and all the adrenaline killing their kidneys and killing their adrenals, from them being runaway slaves, from them living in fear and dying every day, getting their head blown off in front of their children getting separated from the mother and parents and being sold for $1. But we free? If y'all seen the school to prison pipeline, but we free? It will blow your mind how the yellow school bus look just like the prison school bus. How they stand in line at these public schools looking like they standing in the lunch line in the prisons. Then they got to sit down in these cubicle desk areas to do their work. Same as the prisons. Come on, man. Look, if y'all don't see this, but we free though. And look at the body and how the body is reacting to this type of stress environment. What you have coming from this, you have stress diseases. High blood pressure is a stress disease. Guess what governs the blood pressure? The adrenals and the kidneys. See that? The adrenals and the kidneys. You got diabetes. Guess what governs the islands of Langerhans, or what you call the pancreas? Guess what governs the actual sugars? Guess what utilize the sugars? The adrenals and the kidneys. Hyperglycemia, the adrenals in the kidneys. Psoriasis, the adrenals in the kidneys. Heart disease, the adrenals in the kidneys. All of these stress related disease was given to us by our ancestors, funneled down through cellular genetic memories that created the adrenals in the kidneys. So if this is the cause of disease, if this is what's being targeted, which is the adrenals in the kidneys, we have to learn what the adrenals in the kidneys does. What are they functionings? Why did Yahweh create this type of physiology? Why did Yahweh create this type of anatomy? And we have to figure out how to keep these things up and to keep them cleansed. So first thing we got to go over is the adrenals. If y'all ready for this, type in some nines. If y'all ready for this, type in some nines. Yes, y'all, we are in a straight matrix. We're living in somebody else's design. We're living in somebody else's design, y'all. We are. And a blind man can see this. A blind man can see this. All right, so let's talk about it. Stress-related diseases, y'all. Peep this, peep game. So if everything you do is off of impulse, and you've been taught to do this off of impulse, if everything you do is have been propagated, have been strategically planned and marketed to you, how they market Chinese rice in the community, how they market Planned Parenthood in the community, how they market condoms in the community, how they market name brand in the community, how they put all these things on these rappers, and these rappers who have millions and millions of dollars show these to piss poor black communities, and then we go out and get the Gucci Gabbana shoes that's $800 and our rent is $800 and our check was only $800. It makes no sense, but we do this because we are living inside of a fearful emotional trap. Now, what this fearful emotional trap does is it puts you in a fight or flight. You have something called the reptilian brain. I want to go get my brain, but I don't want to leave from the station. So the reptilian brain is what deals with your sleep, your awake, your lust. It what deals with your survival tactics. And it literally focuses on eating. It focuses on reproducing, and it focuses on sleeping and getting energy, right? Well, what they have found out is the reptilian brain is what gave birth to the hypothalamus gland that gave birth to the frontal cortex, the frontal lobe, the cortex lobe. So if you go down to the reptilian brain, you notice this is how they get into us, because the reptilian brain, the stem of it is the hypothalamus gland and the pituitary gland and the pineal gland. Well, these glands literally cover the other glands of the body, all the way down to your adrenal glands. The adrenal glands is literally what uses all your neurotransmitters, is what uses and utilize all of your minerals, all of your sugars, all of your salts, even your water. So if you have a happy moment, guess what? That's a euphoria moment. This is a chemical composition, a chemical process, a chemical functioning inside of your brain that's happening. This is electricity and molecules moving around that's giving you this feeling. Same as if you hit a blunt. Notice that is a chemical reaction that puts you in that state of euphoria. That's Notice if you produce DMT and take acids, you start having outer body experience. Well, your body already produces this stuff naturally just from the way you interact with your environment. So if you interact with a fearful environment, guess what you producing all day? Salt. Guess what salt does? That is utilized by the adrenal glands. It dries out all the moisture inside of your tissues. Well, the body is made of 87% salt. The brain is made of 97% water, and the body is made of 87% water. So if you're producing salt all day, then it starts to dehydrate the body. But these things are being produced by what? The adrenal glands. Why is the adrenal glands producing them? Because you're in a fight or flight fear state. Same thing with love. If you lacking love in the black community, the things you eat is sugar. This overload of sugar is being produced by what? The adrenal glands. The adrenal glands is what's going to be utilizing or putting in utilization of the sugars. Now you got sugar building up in your blood all day. So now your salt, which is insulin, and your sugar go up and down all day because you're living in fight or flight. You're living and eating off of fear. You're moving off of fear. Kidneys are being weakened. Adrenals are being weakened. The adrenals is a part of the autonomic nervous system. It literally controls the nervous system. Every cell, each 150 trillion cells in your body have a nerve ending. See that? And I teach y'all this all the time. The blood is what feeds the cells of the body. The lymphatic system is what cleanses the cells of the body. And the nervous system is what communicate with the cells of the body. So you're running around and you lacking love, so you eating sugar because you associate sugar with love all day because mama gave you cakes, called you baby cakes. Your significant other called you honey. Valentine's Day on this orgy, Eurocentric, European, Greco-Roman day, they had orgies and temples and stuff. So you take these same paganistic holidays, and you recollect this and you associate it with love, and you give her a box full of chocolate covered sugar. So we have accumulated sugar and love and then associated this with together. So now you're in the black community, ain't no love there because they done literally systematically picked and plucked all the black men up out of the household and pushed this feminine women agenda inside the household, which caused the family to break apart and separate. So young black boys and young black girls are growing up lacking love within the community, so they find it in eating. So they become emotional eaters. See that? That's just one of them. Emotional eaters. Then they watch these different nations ride around and be good daddy and good mother to their children and buy them the finer things in life. So the moment that they get the money, they go buy the bullshit, buy the expensive things instead of thinking with an African mind. And maybe I need to manage my money before I can get my money up. Then I can afford this. But they've been pressured by fear to look like the other nations because they associate these things with happiness. They associate these things with being complete. They associate these things with love. Tell me how y'all not seeing that our emotions is being targeted. And this is what's causing our sickness and disease. How y'all not seeing this? Huh? And then we think the rich nigga food is crab and lobsters, which that is the worstest shit on planet Earth. It is full of boo-boo, literally, full of arsenic acid, full of all types of mercury. But we think shrimp and lobster and steak is the rich man's diet. No, that is the poor man's diet. That will kill you dead as a doorknob. But we're too busy trying to be like the very oppressor, and this is by design. You hate to truly be you. You hate to uniquely wear your nappy hair. So you feel the need to put weave in it, to put bundles in it, to straighten it out. You are even changing the color to be blind now. Women are putting contacts in their eyes to make their eyes the same colors as the European. I mean, if you think about everything, men are shaving their beards. That is a Romo-Greco tradition, shaving their face. Nothing's Hebraic African no more. Everything is just like the very people who put us in slavery, and we wonder why we're dying at a fast, alarming rate. That's because we have literally adapted the mind of the oppressor, and we have literally, suppressed the mind of the ancestor. And the reason why I say suppressed, because they never went nowhere. If the ancestor left us, then we wouldn't be black no more. You see that? Your cellular genetic memory is so intact that your skin still come out melanin. So intact that you still come out with rhythm. So intact that you still able to rap, able to sing, able to jump, able to dribble the ball, able to throw them hands. Still intact. Your hand and eye coordination is impeccable. So we didn't get rid of the ancestors. If you got rid of the ancestors or which you came from, then you wouldn't even be black no more. You'd be walking around here melaninless. But that's not the case. But you have suppressed this. They're putting this back into the subconscious mind, and your conscious mind is acting like the very oppressor. So we acting like them, and our physiology and our genetic makeup is totally different from theirs. So now we're eating like them. We're acting like them. We have taken on their religion. We have taken on their cults. We have taken on their meat sacrifice. We have taken on everything that they have taught to us. And they made it think that it was actually our culture. And now we're doing these things and it's killing our body. And we yell hip hop. Who really created hip hop? Huh? The music industry. It is Jewish boys behind the music industry. Automobile industry, Ford, and all these other. Who you think created these? These ain't your people. These are not people from your homeland. That money is not going back to people and families that look like you. That is not going to help anything with you and what you stand for and what you do to bring back the power in the nation to your people. If it don't benefit you, if it don't bring you power, political power, economical power, financial power, emotional power, just to inflict your will, then it is made to simply oppress you. Huh? We're going to school, graduating, getting degrees, and coming out dumber. That's by design. I'm arguing up and down with black biochemists and doctors, how they don't know what the hell they talking about. And they want to flash a piece of paper with a signature of a European on there to tell me that's why they're smarter than me. And they have never healed a damn thing. And I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of healing testimonies. But because they knowledge was backed and signed off on a degree by a European oppressor, they are now smarter than the ancestors. No, 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 family. We have been hoodwinked. We have been hoodwinked. And that is the reason why our kidneys are shutting down the way it is. Because our kidneys have to filter that blood. The life is in the blood, intellect, memory, emotions, all of that is in the blood by way of chemicals. Because all chemicals go into the bloodstream. Now the kidneys, which is the seat of the ancestors literally, they genetic makeup that made up our kidneys and our adrenals have to deal with that blowback, have to deal with that toxemia, have to deal with the toxic traits, the metabolic processes of the body, and the kidneys have to filter it out. So the kidneys is literally filtering out bullshit every second and minute of the day, family. Yes, every second and minute of the day. And y'all act like the past don't matter. There's no such thing as the past nor the future. There is only the present now. You are the past and you are the future. You are here because of the past. In the past, we got taken here by ships. That's the reason why you're in America now. Some came freely about 1,000 years before that, which is our people too. That who they call the Native Americans, them or us. We were here when Columbus so-called found this place. But notice it took the past for that to happen for we to be where we at now. If it wasn't for prisoner and being locked up in the past, I wouldn't be here talking to y'all about health and spirituality. So we can never knock the past or say slavery happened back then. You are the walking image of your ancestors. What are you talking about? Your genes and your blood are encapsulated times of history. History don't exist outside the mind. If it does, show me. Show me history existing outside of the mind. Nothing exists outside the mind. All is mind. All is God. But we talking about that's the past. Things are different now. How? Everything that you call freedom have been designed for you to think it was freedom. And if you think I'm playing, go get on a private jet right now and fly your butt into Russia. You will be shot down because you have entered a airspace that is not yours. But you are the original people on planet Earth. The whole earth is yours. How can you be dictated and told where and where to not go? But you got freedom. We have to make it make sense, family. We have to make it make sense. It does not make it. It just don't. So that need to be your number one focus. Your number one goal is to find power. It's to find liberation of your people, of your race, to find true freedom. That's going to take political power. You see that? That's going to take us owning our own banks. That's going to take us owning our own lands, owning our own foods, owning our own education system, owning and building our own hospitals, our own doctors, our own lawyers, our own negotiators, our own military, our own. Huh? Talking about you free. It costs money to go to war. And what, you going to war with they dollar? How you going to war using money to buy all these material utensils and all of these pokers and, all of these guns, but you using the oppressor money to buy it? It's not free. Then we come up with ideas about bringing it back to the barter and trading systems, and y'all look at Yaki like he crazy. See that? We want to act like we have a revolutionary mindset. We want to pretend to be revolutionary, but we not. Because you're afraid to suffer for your people. You're afraid to die for your people. You're afraid to be ridiculed, to be tortured, to be beaten for your people. And that very fear is the reason why you have a limited mind now. That very fear that's been installed in you is the reason why you haven't gotten up and listened to the voice of Yahweh and freed your people in the first place. That very fear is the reason why your diet off and you eating everything that's going to kill you and your children, and you choose not to make a change. It's that fear. False evidence appearing real. Fear. False evidence appearing real. It's not even real. It's not even real. The very scientific reason backing up that your kidneys come from your ancestors show that you never die. The ancestors are alive and well. Through this body right here, through that body right there. You have kidneys and you have adrenal glands, proven so. You have blood that trace back to ancestral, proven so. But they say history and ancestors don't matter. In order to even see where you come from, they have to check that DNA. They have to check that blood. And it's going to go back to the motherland. It's going to go back ancestors is. That's how present the ancestors is. That's how present and real your history is. That's how real time you really are. The biology, your evolution biological clock is tracking history. Every ancestor that ever touched foot on this planet lives and breathes within you right now. This is way, way deeper than herbs, y'all. It's way deeper than herbs. It's way deeper than herbs. Emotions is killing us. Emotions. They take the love out of the community, turn us against one another, put guns in the community, put dope in the community, put toxins in the community, put prostitutes in the community, put vaccinations in the community, put all these things in the community and take love out of it, take morals out of it, take principle out of it. And they watch us kill each other. They watch us live like animals. Then they call us animals. But they took the very things that makes us hue, color, man, thinking faculty, they took it out of us. They beat it out of our ancestors. They drained it out of our blood. This was systematically created. The concrete jungle, the concrete prison, far away from nature, far away from everything that brings you life, that brings you health, far, very far from it, but very close, and hold on to the things that kill you, eating things that damage your body, damage your blood, create mucus, pus, acidic environment. You are literally living in hell, but claiming to be free. You are burning to death. Cells are burning to death from potential hydrogen, but claiming to be free. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. I'm gonna open up these phone lines. But yeah, we got to get it. So let's just run through this real quick and then I'm open up the phone lines. So when you actually look at the kidneys and the adrenals, these are the kidneys. The kidneys literally is the seat of your ancestors, and the adrenals is the powerhouse to your ancestors. So these, if you look at the adrenals, notice that the adrenals, they're pyramid like shaped structures, and they're the size of walnuts, and they sit on top of the kidneys. These things are in control of the autonomic nervous system. When I say autonomic, if you look at the prefix, it's auto. These things run on autopilot. Things that run on autopilot would be like my breathing. I don't have to worry about that. That is runs by an automatic nervous system that is controlled by the adrenal glands. You see that? So my lungs inflating and deflating. The lungs is the pump. The heart is not a pump. The heart is a valve to your blood to turn up the pressure. The lungs are a pump. These lies. There's no such thing as the immunological system, immunity. No such thing as a lymphatic system. But anyways, back to what I'm saying. Your digestive system that runs on autopilot. Your heartbeat that runs on autopilot. Your nails growing that runs on autopilot. Your kidneys filtering waste and toxemia and bad spiritual entities that runs on autopilot. Your sugar in your blood being fluctuated and going up and going down due to the islands of Langerhans that sit inside of the pancreas that runs on autopilot. The liver producing bile and bile ducts, open up the ducts and reconstructing amino acid structures, what y'all stupidly call proteins, that runs on autopilot. The very functioning of all your major organs run on a biological clock that runs on auto. Guess what's in control of that? The adrenal glands. The adrenal glands is the most important part of the endocrine system, because not only does it runs every functionality of your body, it's in control of the hypothalamus gland, which is in control of your emotions, or what we're going to call energy in motion. And without this energy in motion, without these signals that reach out from your skin, or what we're going to stupidly call hair, which is an extension of your nervous system that connects to the ancestors, reason why black people hair grow towards the sun. Because it's in connection, it's an antenna. And what it's doing, it is getting light code frequencies and downloads. And these downloads begin to be scanned by the environment that we call hair. These hair turn these things into nodule proteins, and then it brings it to the cell, and it tells the cells what to do. It's either going to be a magnet and attract the opposite, or it's going to be the opposite and it's going to literally move away from each other. Either or, this is what caused the protein, or what we're going to call the simple amino acid structure, to create movement by way of oxygen. This is what brings life. Carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. That with the cellular markers in it scanning the environment is what moves your vehicle. That's what gives you vitality due to ATP, adenosine triphosphate. And we got people hacking into that. We got people hacking into our emotions. We got people straight playing with us. Preying on us. Predator prey type of game. Yeah, let's take love out of the community. Let's let them hate each other. We're going to associate love with sugar, though. And then we're going to put sugars in most of the major stores that's in a community. And watch them. We're going to be billionaires off of this love we call sugar. Billionaires. Billionaires. Yes. Yes, they love melanin because they made of melanin. So they need flavor with everything because they taste buds are 15,000 times more powerful than ours. So we're going to put salt in everything. That way, if they taste the salt, the melanin structures that we're going to call melatonin is going to absorb the salt. Well, melanin is a very addictive nature type of substance. It absorbs, it cannot be destroyed. It only takes the form of everything, but it loves to absorb things. So once it absorbs the salt, now every time they taste something, it will have to have salt on it. So let's put iodized salt up in the black community. They're going to be the number one in high blood pressure, number one for heart attack and disease and stroke. But guess what? We're going to be rich. We're going to make billions off of it. Oh, man, guns? Well, half of these niggers got felonies, so they can't get guns, but we can drop off millions of AK-47s, even though these niggers have never been to Russia. We can drop it off in the neighborhoods, and ain't no love there. They replace love for sugar. They replace they flavor and they rhythmatic frequency with salt. So you know they hate each other. It ain't nothing but neuroepinephrine and epinephrine. Ain't no oxytocin being produced by these people. Let's drop guns in the neighborhood. Let them kill each other. It might be a high rate of black on black crime, but we'll get rich off the black market for dropping guns into the neighborhood. Oh, okay. We don't want to let them go home. Half of these niggas on child support. We're going to keep them at the crib because if they leave and go back to Africa, see, they push this. They want you to go back to Africa. They push this on you. If you go back to Africa, America will fucking fall. It will fall, family, because America is being built and ran and operated off the backs and sweat of you and your ancestors. So they say this, they want you to go back to Africa thing. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Nothing will survive with us in Africa. This will collapse. So no, we don't want them to go back to Africa. So we're going to deny their passports. We're going to put some bullshit things called child support on them. We're going to take their licenses. We're going to lock them up if it's over 10,000 because I'm going to make $1,000 off you a day in the prison system. Yes, the prison in Doria. Oh, the complex. We're going to make billions of dollars off of them, Bill. Billions of dollars. Give them guns. They're going to kill each other. You know, we're into eugenics anyway. Population control. Let them kill themselves. And the ones that get caught for the murder, lock them up. We get paid. We get paid off the insurance policies and off the coffins anyway. Oh, man, all this stuff we done put in the community is making them sick. We have to suppress it, Bill. We got to suppress it. Let's give them pharmaceutical companies and build hospitals and teach our people nothing about healing. We're just going to teach them suppressive therapy, Bill. We're going to give them pharmaceutical companies that shut down their kidneys, shut down their livers, and flame their livers, put fatty acids around their blood cells, become mucus and pus forming. This is going to literally annihilate their lymphatic systems, but we're going to teach them something called immunity that don't even exist, for they can miss the big picture, which is the lymphatic system, Bill. And they're going to take this medicine and it's going to make them worse and worse. And I'm going to keep pitting them on different medicines that's going to make them worse and worse, but it's going to further suppress the symptoms. So they're going to actually think that they're being healed. Oh, we're going to have them to their dead, Bill. We're going to have them to their dead. Billion-dollar industries created off of you living in fear. Created off your emotions that they have put inside of your head. These emotions ain't even yours. This culture ain't even yours. The food that you love to eat, you actually hate. Everything. You hate this stuff. You so out of your mind that you think you love it. That you think you love it. Man. See that? Your emotions are being targeted to kill you. How disease have plagued the black community. We didn't bring disease here. We didn't bring housing and projects here. We didn't bring GMO foods here. We didn't bring pollution here. We ain't bring chemtrails here. We ain't bring plastic and arsenic acid here. Do you realize that y'all eat 9 grams of plastic every week? You don't even know it. It's called microplastic. And you breathe in 3.4 of that plastic every week. Do you know that the kidneys cannot even break down this plastic? So it gets clogged up into the blood and acts like glue and stick and clunk your cells together. Because they are polluting nature, polluting the world. Killing crops, killing everything living. We didn't bring that here. We're a people of nature. We're for nature. We not against nature like that. I was on my way to Florida to meet my brothers to have a business meeting. And I'm looking, and I even got pictures on my phone. I'm like, what the hell is that in the bloodstream of Mother Earth? I call it a bloodstream, the oceans, the lakes, because that's her bloodstream, and the canals is her vessels. I say, what's clogging up your bloodstream, mama? You know, I speak to Mother Earth. I'm in the plane looking over the oceans. I'm like, what the hell is all these white blood corpuscles inside of the ocean blocking up Mother Earth's bloodstream, blood clots in the earth? And we get closer and closer to the ground, and it is millions of pounds of trash and plastic. It hurted my heart, y'all. I mean, it blew my mind away. Who in the look, y'all? Look, I'm getting mad. I'm getting angry. Look, norepinephrine. You see that? Giving in to the fear, because it blows my mind. I'm like, who would dump millions of pounds of trash in this ocean? And it was everywhere. And you see Seahawks and you see all types of seagulls just standing on the plastic looking for worms and fish to eat. They can't even get down and eat the fish because we done ate all the damn fish out of the sea, because we have a bloodlust to eat animals' flesh. You done ate all the fish out. Then the fish that's left, the sea gills can't even eat it. Can't even eat it because there's so much plastic. They can't even put their beak down because they might choke off a Coca-Cola plastic bottle. Earth is doomed, y'all. This is doomed. We need messiahs. We need healers. We need leaders. We need militant-minded brothers to stand up. We have to be the change. We have to take back our freedom. This ain't nothing. It's not no mere democracy. You can't sit down and talk to. What you think we gonna sit down and give up your freedom? We got to get back on top. We are the original peoples here, Bill. Godfather Yahweh said you're going to have to give us our spot back. Y'all think that's going to work? No, it's not. There's evil entities behind these systematic, diabolical, clandestine plots against us to annihilate us off this planet Earth. This is way, way more than flesh and blood, family. We just talked about energy and motion. We just talked about the quantum world and how it truly exists. These are evil entities over this. The earth have truly been given into the hands of the wicked. We got to take it back. They take us to be pure. They take us to be disciplined. They take us to be independent. They take us to be willing to suffer for one another. That take us to be willing to die for one another. That take us to be serious and quit playing games all the damn time like life is just a joke and your people is dying left and right around you. Your people getting their head blown off by shotguns in their own community. Your peoples are being killed by police on the street corners. Your people getting murdered through Chicago and they blaming it on the black community when it's the police doing all the murders in the neighborhood. They killing us through drugs, pharmaceutical companies, killing us through chemtrails, killing us through spraying in the communities, acting like they spraying for some damn mosquitoes. Vaccinations, sterilizing the people, giving us HIV, sickle cell anemia, leukemia, malaria. Genetically modified foods are shutting our liver down, shutting our kidneys down. And notice that we are not the cause or the producers of any of those things, but we're most definitely being affected by it. But you free. I got to sip some lemonade on this one. But you free, though. Let's get back to it. So, the adrenals. The adrenals are control of the autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system is the things that runs on autopilot. I just told you, like your digestion, your blood pumping, your blood being pumped by the lungs and going through the valve that you call the heart. Your melanin neurotransmitters communicating to every 150 trillion cell in your body. These actually is in control of utilization, utilizing your hormones, utilizing your corticoids, utilizing your steroids, utilizing everything, your sugars, your salt metabolism, your water phosphate ratio. These are all controlled by the adrenal glands. The kidneys, man, is the major organs of the body. And the reason why the kidneys oil the major organs of the body is because it filters all the blood and it recycles it through the spleen and the kidneys back into the bloodstream. And the reason why I have to filter and recycle it through something called nephrons. You have 1 million nephrons in each kidneys. These are nephrons. You have 1 million of them. This is the medulla of the kidney, and this is the kidney cortex. The reason why you have 1 million each is because these nephrons go to a spiritual and physical filtering process where it filters out all the things that you have accumulated within the environment and all the things that the mind have accumulated within the in the environment. You have over 5 bodies. You have an emotional body. You have a spiritual body. You have a dream body. That's why when you dreaming, notice that you are in a body. When you dream, you can run, you can walk, you can get shot. In your dream, you get your head blown off. You wake up and you wake up in your dream and still keep running. In your dream, you're jumping off buildings. Well, what body are you using in your dream? Your physical body in this reality is lying in the bed, but yet and still you're moving around in the body in your dream, showing you have a body. You have a daydream body. You see that you have many different bodies. So if you have a spiritual body, that means you have a spiritual digestive system. If you have a spiritual so-called immunological system, then that means you have if you have a physical so-called immunological system, then you have a spiritual immunological system. We're so busy worrying about the physiology that we never worry about what created the physiology. Mind create body. The reason why I have hands and I have a tongue and a mouth is because mind wanted to experience speech. Mind wanted to experience tasting the things that it created in this universe or this reality. So it created the body for it to experience its own creation. So mind created this for I can experience my creation. So if that is true, which it is, then that means that if you have a digestive problem physically, you have a digestive problem spiritually. If you have a sexual problem and addiction physically, you have a sexual problem and addiction spiritually. You see that? We have to get the symbiotic and the embryonic relations. We have to start being taught this inside of school. Matter. Mind. Why you think you have words called mind? Can you locate mind? No, you can't. Look, mind is interwoven in this environment. Mind over matter. Matter is physical things. If it don't mind, then it don't matter, because if mind is not involved, matter will not appear nor exist. If I took all your 7 senses away right now, that is controlled by the hypothalamus gland, that is controlled literally by the cortex, by the frontal lobe, by the parietal lobe, if that's controlled by the cerebellum. If I took all these senses and I disconnected them from your brain, from your nervous system, your central nervous system, or your intrinsic nervous system, which is in your gut. If I took away your eyesight and you can't see, if I took away your ears, these are senses and you couldn't hear. If I took away your touch mechanism and you couldn't feel. If I took away your mouth mechanism, your vocal cords, and you couldn't speak. If I took away your smell sense and you couldn't smell, what would you be? You can't see, you can't hear, you can't smell, you can't touch, and you can't see. I think I said that one already. What would you be if I took away these electrical vibrational impulses? What would you be? You would be in complete melanin. You would be in complete darkness. That's mind. That's consciousness. That dark womb. That dark wound that birth light. You see that? So they have figured out how to hack that. They have hacked our electrical conductivity meter inside of our nervous system, and they just been putting all they bullshit and propaganda in there, and then we literally are just moving like puppets and robots. Oh, I want some Fritos. I want some hot Takis. I want hot dogs. I want to put a lamb on the grill. I want some chicken, which is unclean, by the way. But anyways, I want some chicken. Huh? Yeah, you know the nigga love chicken. Oh man, I need them new J's that's come out. Dang man, look at them ghosts. I need those. I need a purse that's worth more than my rent, but I'm behind on rent. Huh? Dang, she got a fat ass. I need that. Huh? Who even told you a fat butt was beautiful? Like, we have to start looking, and then you look into their history and they cave history, and they love ass, they love butt. That's why they have pig tails, pony tails. Notice that. When you get the pigtails, the ponytails, the horse tail. Yeah, I want 17 inches. You took that from them. They took that from animals' asses. They took that from animals' Asses. Why would you want to walk around with a pig ass on your head? Because in cave history, if you study cave history, they like the ass of everything. Why you think on Thanksgiving they put the ham ass on top of the dressing? And you call this dressing for Thanksgiving. Notice what was on top of everything, ham ass. Then they put honey on top of the ham ass and they called it a sweet whole or a sweet roasted ham. Because they think the anuses of animals is a delicacy. And you don't know your cave history. You just move off of impulses and do what everybody else do and don't study your own history. So you walk like them, look like them, dress like them, act like them, and don't even know that you're humiliating yourself, your ancestors, and your God. Yeah, give me a ponytail. Give me a pigtail. Give me a horsetail. Let me get the 17-inch bundle. Straighten, please. Y'all even taking pictures standing like horses. One heel up with the other foot down. You don't see all these animalistic natures, this just animalistic nature that's just been propagated and pushed on us, been programmed into us. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? Where did that come from? If y'all got what I'm saying so far, type in some nines. If y'all got what I'm saying so far, type in some nines. Yeah, y'all. This is more than herbs, y'all. I know. This is deep. It's going to take more than herbs to heal this. You know, and I was talking to my brother, you know, and I'm healing everybody, you know, by way of, you know, Yahweh, of course, but I'm healing everybody and I got to send them back to this bullshit environment. I'm healing them, healing their mind, body, and soul. They be free. Come to the healing house, be free like never before. And then I got to send them back to this very, very, very high toxic European, just saturated environment. And they get back sick again. You see that? So it's showing you that it's the environment that's killing our people. It's the environment that's shutting down our kidneys. It's the environment that are offending our ancestors and messing up our adrenal glands. It's the environment that got us in fight or flight, because everything inside of this oppressed construct is made to work against us and not made to work for us or to uplift us and to liberate our people. Because the liberation of the black race will be the demise of every other race. And let me say that again. And this is scientifically proven. The liberation of the black race, the so-called black race, will be the demise of everybody else, because everything was created and predicated upon us. We built civilization. We taught civilization. We taught mathematics. We taught all of these things. So the moment that we leave and we do that and we build with each other, we only going to have to be focused on each other, and we're going to have to neglect everything else, and the other nations will fall. So the whole thing is they spend over $50 billion a year, over $50 billion a year to keep you oppressed, to keep you suppressed, and to keep you depressed. Literally. And if you think I'm lying, slow down, open your eye, open it up, open your eye and look at everything in the environment. It is made against you. It is made to kill you. And anything that you do to make you happy, monetary wise, even emotional wise, is always going to be for a benefit of another people and another nation, and not your own. Not your own. I was watching on Facebook the other day. This woman said, "Oh, my man loved me. He bought me a Gucci bag." I said, Gucci hate niggas. Gucci, he said it. I hate niggas. I didn't make this for niggas to buy my stuff. He spent 14 grand on a bag to feed this man family. That's a half a tuition to take people to fake college to teach them wrong things anyway. But that's a half a tuition. He finna spend that on one of his grandchildren to go to college with. And this grandson is finna go to school to become a doctor or a lawyer, something. But whatever he become, he's going to be made to oppress your ass. So you literally just said you love her and bought her a bag that fed the same people that's going to take that money, put it in a bank, and create wealth off of it to keep your ass oppressed. Oppressed, depressed, and suppressed. You see the game we going? See that? So her happiness, to get her, this is how you know this is systematically done. In order to make her happy, you have to oppress your people in the future. The bag made her happy because she want to be like another people. And by you creating that environment for her to be happy like another people, in the long run, you will oppress or suppress and depress your grandchildren, your very grandchildren and people, because you're feeding the very people that's keeping you oppressed. I just want y'all to see the circle, y'all. Do y'all see it? Do y'all see the circle? Mind blowing. And we spend $3.5 trillion a year. You see that? That dollar stay in a black man's hand for 3 hours and then it leaves. Either going on bills to a landlord. Only Lord of this land is Yahweh, but hey, we're in the matrix. Spend it on food, spend it on things we don't need. 3.5 trillion, I think it's more than that now, goes through the black man hand, and it do not cycle. It don't even cycle and go into another black hand man before it go to different communities. We need to make that dollar at least hit 7 families before it go to anybody else. But we haven't been taught financial literacy. We haven't been taught none of these things. And there is a reason why when in class and they don't teach you financial literacy. There's a reason why in high school you don't have a credit repair or a credit building class. That's the reason why they took all the trades out of school, where they don't teach you how to be carpenters and things like that no more. You're literally going to school to learn how to be oppressed. You're in school learning how to be oppressed, learning European mathematics that you would never use in your life. You would never use it in your life. Learning history that's not even yours, that is full of bullshit and lies. Social studies and all these other things. Learning to be oppressed, learning to graduate, take your degree just to get a job to work under your oppressor and be happy doing it. It's kind of like the slave pass that the house Negro got. Yeah, master gave me a slave pass. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm finna run up yonder and go get him some food. Yes, sir. Master gave me save. Yes. Yes. Master Hickman, he told me to go fetch some food from up yonder. Happy for that. Happy because you have a piece of paper with an oppressor signature on it called a degree. Or a piece of paper that you call a federal debt note with your oppressor face on it. And you call it riches. You call it wealth. Slavery haven't left, family. Slavery is real time present. Slavery live within inside of ourselves, and we have to detox that shit out, because it got us living in fear. It got us scared. It got us scared to take chances with each other. It got us scared to love each other. It got us scared to put down guns. It got us scared to build our own financial institutes, build our own educational system, build our own schools. It got us scared. Got us scared. They got us literally scared to death. And that's why death is the highest amongst the black community. Man, we have to change this, family. Where the young messiahs at? Who gonna rise up with me? Who gonna rise up with me? We need to take the minds of our people back. We got to restore. We have to teach them to remember who they are, what they are, where they are, and when they are, and which they came from. Who gonna put that back, that spark? Who gonna put that spark back in our melanated people? I know I am. Who with me? Who with me? That's what I'm talking about, Ali. Peace, God. Peace, God. What's the mathematics for the day, my brother? All right, look, I'm opening up my phone lines. Let's get it. Y'all gonna give me a call. Let me plug on in this deal. Y'all gonna give me a call. Let's talk about it. Any questions you got, whether it's about this lesson or whether it's about any health questions, y'all gonna call on in and we can get to it. Let me put my number up here. Well, the number is where is it at? Man, I done got rid of my thing. All right, the number is 807. Hold on. 708-831-2335. The number is 708-831-2335. Call me on WhatsApp. Hit me up. 708-831-2335. Let me show y'all these. Look at this. These are adrenal glands. Look at what's happening with our people, y'all. Look at that black tar acid just corroded and burnt the adrenals out. This is what we go through as a people. Peace. Peace, love, light, and healing. Speak your name, speak your peace, family.
Hi, peace, shalom.
Shalom,
This is
shalom.
Tracy Ray calling.
How you doing, Miss
Shalom.
Tracy Ray? I be seeing you on the comment board, Queen. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. What's going on with you? Speak your mind, speak your peace, Queen. Hey, if you can, do me a favor, turn your
Oh,
background down for me.
okay. I was trying to pause
If
it.
y'all can hear Miss Tracy Ray, make sure y'all type in some nines if y'all can hear her. I'll give y'all the number again once she get off line. Once she get off the line and get off the airways, I'll give y'all the number. Well, Vina Jordan just put it in there. All right, peace, peace, Queen. Go ahead.
Okay. So my first question, I just have two questions
Uh-huh.
tonight. My first question is, I am very exciting and interested in taking the certification class that you're going to be doing in Florida.
Uh-huh.
And I just wanted to know when you're going to have more details about that class.
So to answer that question, Queen, I should have more info about that class. Gotta holler at my brother from Florida because he's the one's putting it all together for me. I holler at him. I'm actually
Mm-hmm.
gonna be leaving town tomorrow. So once I get to where I'm going, I would tell you, but it's probably some agents over here listening to follow me, so I can't tell
Oh,
you. But
okay.
once I get where I'm
Okay.
going, I most definitely confabulate with him, and I have more information. We working on Yaki TV. Yaki TV been crashing. We have moved all our stuff over to new servers and stuff. So once Yaki get back up, we will have announcements and everything like that. I'm trying to do it on my birthday. My birthday is July 11th. That's when I really wanted to do it, but it may be a little later from now because we have so much going on, trying to get lands for y'all, free y'all minds and bodies and soul and stuff. And I think that's way more important than the certification. But I haven't forgot about it. It is happening in July. I just don't know when. So I should know by the end of next week exactly when we gonna do it. Because all the material is almost done. The material is not even an issue. All I do is write stuff down and get everything ready for y'all all day because I travel the world and I do seminars. So half the material for the certification and for my book is all of the information that I put together for the seminar. So that's almost done. It's just finding the time, finding the right hotel for we can block the hotels out, get everybody there and things like that. That's what we waiting on. So I should have all of that information by next week.
Okay, great. I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
And also, I'd like to know how are you coming along with the progress with getting the store open in St. Louis?
So we just got off of me and Kobe. Shouts out to my brother Kobe. That's my beloved brother. Peace to the God, Kobe.
Shouts out to Kobe. Peace to the God, Kobe.
Yeah, most definitely. That's my dude right there, man. I love that dude. But
I watch his videos too.
yeah, he's very, very, very intellectual, and he's a go getter. He's a go getter.
Mm-hmm.
He don't sleep like
He
me.
is.
I be trying to tell him, boy, you better get some of that sleep. He be like, how you trying to tell me to get some sleep and you don't sleep? I'm like, you got a point there. But me and him just talked to the contractors exactly 2 days ago. So hopefully everything will be done in like a month and everything. And then we're gonna spend a month making sure the menu straight, doing test tasting and stuff like that. So hopefully 2 months. But county is trying their hardest to keep us from opening. So they'll go in and say some bull crap just to take the contractors to another avenue, and we got to do something. We got to knock this wall out, take this light. It's some crazy stuff with county. So it's not the contractors. It's not me and Kobe. It's we in St. Louis County. We in Florissant. It's the county. County don't want us opening because they know it's a black business, and they know about me, and they know me by first and last name, by the way. So they know I'm trying to do something for the community and heal the people. So they trying their hardest to not get us to open, but I mean, we already got our money in it. We got the building. We got certain permits. We just waiting on other things before we can finish everything.
Okay, well, we're really looking forward to that too. We ready to head that way and come check it out and support the business.
All praises.
And
What I need from you though, I need y'all to pray against these dark forces. It's an evil entity that just do not want to see the black community succeed and healing and eating healthy and righteously. So just make sure you be praying against these dark forces that's trying to keep us from not opening the restaurant, not opening the clinics and keeping the healing house. So like help, we need fasting and prayer for real. Like we need to come together collectively and just really, really, like go like do affirmations and against these wicked forces.
yes, we do. Yes, we do. I agree with that 100%. And I'm with that. We with that. My whole tribe, we with that.
Yes, most definitely.
We
Everybody
can do
asking
that.
about Kobe. He on YouTube and he on Facebook. Ani, I just put it. It's under Kobe Pegway. Kobe Pegway. Y'all make sure y'all look him up. He's doing amazing things in the trucking community. He's not just a trucker though. The dude is very, very smart, very intellectual, especially when it comes to logic and just logically running your everyday life processes. He's amazing at things like that. So book a consultation with him and make sure y'all holler at him. You got anything else for us,
Okay,
Queen?
I just want to say peace and blessings to the queens, Aniya and Kawa. Keep up the good work. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all, and we are definitely gonna pray that any blockages or hindrances from you all being able to manifest and establish these businesses to help heal our people will no longer have any no more hold up on what you all are trying to do. We definitely gonna put
Hallelujah.
our energy towards that. Hallelujah.
Baruch Hashem Yahweh. Blessed be the name of Yahweh. Thank you, sister. Peace, love, light, and healing.
Peace, love, light, and healing, family.
Peace, peace. All right, the phone lines is back open. 708-831-2335. 708-831-2335. Call on in. Peace, 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 love, light, and healing. Hey, cut your background off. You super loud. Cut that background down for me. Let me know once you get it down. Well, I guess they hung up. All right, 708-831-2335. 708-831-2335. Call on in, ask any question. This is all for the dome. Ain't nothing scripted. I don't got, notebook pads around. All this comes straight from the heart, comes straight from the mind, comes straight from the first brain, which is the gut. You know what I'm saying? And it's all being powered by the Holy Ruach HaKodesh, or what they call the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost, the Prama, Kundalini, whatever we want to call it. 708-831-2335. Peace, peace.
Call from
Angela.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Peace, 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 love, light, and healing, family. Peace, peace. Can you hear me?
Yes. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom, Miss Angela. I'm doing good. How you doing?
All right. I'm the one that inquired about the diabetic kit.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie, sister.
So,
we get like thousands of people that inquire about a lot of stuff each day. So forgive me if I don't remember you.
Yes, but I can't wait till you open up everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be right down there trying to get all the healing I can.
All right, look, and we ain't turning nobody around, sister. What's on your mind, Queen? Speak your mind. Speak your mind to your brothers and sisters.
Yes. My comment is,
is you there? Hello? I think you put us on mute, Queen.
and I just cannot wait. I
So,
will be there.
Queen, you got the Queen. I think you hit the mute button or something. Could you repeat what you were saying?
No, I'm good. Can you?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with, if you can, Queen, call me back. Other than that, peace, love, light, healing, family. Make sure y'all call us 708-831-2335. 708-831-2335. Y'all call on in. Sister, I don't know what was going on with your phone and hung up. If you can, give us a call back. Give us a call back. Again, it's 708-831-2335. You can ask any question you need to ask, whether it be about spirituality, whether it be about politics, whether it be about race, whether it be about healing. Anything you want to talk about. Stu.
Call from.
Give us a call back. Again, it's 70.
To accept, press 1. To
Peace, love, light, and healing. Speak your name and speak your peace.
Judy.
Peace. Can you hear me, Judy?
I can hear you.
All right. How you doing?
I'm fine, enjoying myself in Vegas. Wish you would have stayed a little longer.
Yes, I loved Vegas. It was beautiful. It was beautiful out there. It was an amazing seminar. I loved the seminar. Everything was just like 100. The vibes, everything. I loved it. How you doing?
Yes, I'm blessed. I finally finished my bitters, and I tell you that last glass was a motherfucker.
Was a motherfucker. so how did the bitters treat you? How did they do you? Did it clean you out?
It did me well. My adrenal glands are not hurting me anymore.
Oh, praise.
Because they were hurting me so bad, and so I'm out. So I've got to fly out to Denver, and I'm going to get me some more as soon as I get back. But I just want to thank you. My kidneys are working. My blood is clean.
Oh,
I'm
praise.
sticking to. I spent over $200 on grapes alone, and I don't care.
Oh, praise. Y'all hear that? This beautiful Queen
care.
Judy, she bought the 3 bitters. She done cleaned her kidneys out. She done cleaned her blood. She done cleaned her adrenal. She spent $200 on grapes, and she said, look, she putting her health first. That's what I'm talking about, beautiful Queen. That's what it's about. That is what it's about. So all praises to that.
Yeah, and when I got my package, I spent about $600. I got my superfoods. I got my teeth cleaning. I got my hair. I got my soap.
So how do you like the teeth cleaning? How do you like the tooth and gum restoration?
Oh my Lord, it's just like bitter number 3, but I use it and it's doing my gums so well.
Yeah, I heal. It tastes nasty, but I heal my whole entire mouth with that herb. Like I created that herb probably like 4 years ago. I literally healed my whole mouth from that, and that's how it became Yaqui teeth and gum restoration.
Yeah.
I actually got some of the ingredients from my eye. My eye gave me a few ingredients, and I was doing a lot of studying in school and stuff at that time, and I put my own herbs together, and it worked. I healed half the enamel of my teeth grew back and everything. So that's some real good stuff.
Yeah, so I'll be ordering real soon, and I can't wait. I'm gonna make a special trip when just as soon as I find out that restaurant is open, I'm flying in. I don't care.
Okay, all praises, all praises. And we doing a seminar out here too. So we're doing a seminar out here very soon as well. I think the seminar will be in either late July or early August. So we'll definitely be putting that on our media platforms to let y'all know. So if you can get a ticket, fly out. We're gonna be giving away free herbs and everything out here. And Aniyan Kawhi is gonna be cooking good food and juices for y'all. So it's gonna be an amazing experience.
Yes, and I like to just say thank you, thank you, thank you. My kidneys is on point now, and so when I go and do my annual, my physical, and as soon as I get my reports back, I'm gonna shoot them to you.
Okay, most definitely shoot them to me. We can do a healing testimony. You know I love them healing testimonies, Queen.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say peace, love, and life, and I love myself.
Oh, love it. Peace, 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 love, light, healing, family. We love you, Queen. Peace. She just gotta be hyped, y'all. She just gotta be hyped up. I'm feeling the love. The love is both ahav is love in Hebrew. The love is in the air. Y'all climb on in. Y'all call me 708-831-2335. I love that. She was lit. 708-831-2335. Peace, 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 love, light, and healing. Speak your name, speak your peace.
Peace, peace, love, light, and healing, fam. This is Viola Hall. How are you doing?
How you doing, Miss Viola? That's the name of my grandma, my late great grandma. Her name was Viola.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it.
All praises. What's going on with you? Is it possible you can turn down the background for us so we can hear you clearly?
Yeah, I'm just on my car because I'm actually driving.
Oh, okay.
Is that too loud?
It's cool. I think we can get by with it. You know, your safety come first. So what's going on? Talk to us, Queen.
Okay, awesome. So I've been, my cousin put you on, Miss Felisa. She put me on to you, so shout out to my cousin. We're actually, of course, listening and participating now.
Shout out Miss Felicia. Shout out to the Queen.
Yes, shout out to the Queen. So I'm super excited that I finally got through. And so my question is, I don't know that it's adrenal fatigue, but just based off of everything, like the questions and stuff that I asked and that you answered, I think that's what it is. But I am currently pregnant. Okay. And I just feel super duper exhausted. And I'm trying to figure out, like, I take herbs and stuff like that. I started back taking sea moss and bladderwrack and some other raspberry leaf and stuff like that to really help, but I still feel fatigued.
Okay.
I still feel like I'm tired.
Okay, so then it most definitely it's your adrenals. I mean, literally 98% of the so-called black community is suffering from adrenal fatigue. What is your daily diet?
So I just actually went raw for about 2 weeks, 15 days.
Okay.
And I enjoyed it. I've been so stressed and fatigued. So the conversation that you've been having today has been absolutely amazing because it hit on the very thing that I'm actually dealing with, just the environmental stress and just things in the world stressing. But I am plant-based. So I've been plant-based going on almost 8 years now. January, it'll be 8 years.
So I got a question for you. Have that adrenal fatigue you've been going through, have it been going on for 8 years?
No, it actually started before I went plant-based, and that was one of the reasons why I went plant-based, because I felt weird. You know, just the smell of meat just grossed me out. And so I started off with the Daniel fast, and that's how I actually transitioned into plant-based. So I actually had more energy. I was good. I lost about 8 to 10 pounds, of just that meat, the sodium, just all of that just gunk, So I was actually feeling really, really good. But here recently, like maybe the last, going into my first year or two of being plant-based, I couldn't figure out why my white blood cells were low. So I didn't know if I maybe rushed into it too fast or what, but the doctors couldn't understand why my white blood cells were super duper low, but they were. I had to go get a biopsy and everything, and everything came back good. My bones were strong.
Yeah, now that's because it's your adrenals. They don't check the adrenals or your lymphatic system. I can tell you exactly what's wrong with you, and I want to prove this too to you. Whenever you get home, I want you to check your blood pressure, and when you check your blood pressure, you're going to be looking for this. So the top number is supposed to be 120. Technically, it's supposed to be 117 to 120. Then we're going to be your systolic. That's what it's called, systolic, and these are your adrenal glands. If the number is over 120, then it's hyperactive. If it's below 117, then it's hypoactive. The bottom number should be 70, not 80, but 70, and that is your kidneys. That's called diastolic. So you need to check systolic and diastolic. That is what your blood pressure stands for. And if you can tell which ones is off, make sure you check on each side, because the right one is in control of the right side of the body and the left one is in control of the left. You're going to see that top number is either going to be high or low, showing you that it is still adrenal fatigue. It sounds like that you've been going through a cleansing process for all these 8 years, but you haven't been utilizing the right type of herbs and botanicals that you need to stimulate the adrenal glands properly.
Exactly.
So the herbs you actually need to stimulate the adrenal glands will be something like horny goat weed, wild yam root, licorice root. If your blood pressure is low, you can use licorice root. But if it's too hyperactive, meaning it's over 120 and meaning that bottle number is like 80 and up, don't take it, because it's going to raise your blood pressure. You got juniper berries. You have poke root. You have goji berries without the hulls. You have so many different type of herbs that will help stimulate and bring electricity to bring the melanin neurotransmitters back to the adrenals that get the adrenals back up. Because if the adrenals down, then that means your sugar is down, and that's the reason why most people that have adrenal fatigue loses and lack energy, is because the adrenal glands is in control of your sugar metabolism. That's what brings up your sugar and your salt ratio due to the bloodstream. So if your adrenals are fatigued, then that means it's not utilizing your fructose and your glucose and sending them enzymes to actually put them inside of the cells, for your cells can get its adenosine triphosphate and you can get your energy or your vitality from them. I bet you 9 times out of 10 that's what it is. Now, if your adrenals are fatigued and down, that means your kidneys are down as well. So what I recommend you do, since you're pregnant, you can't really take too many herbs. I would get off the sea moss. Sea moss is a big old hype. It's widely promoted, and it's a big hype, especially if you're not having purple spaghetti sea moss, then you wasting your time. So what I would do is I would get on the kelp. That's what you need to get on, kelp, and stay on the bladderwrack. Kelp is like 10 times more powerful than sea moss.
Okay.
And you know what kelp is, right?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Oh, yeah. So you would get on the kelp, and while you're doing that, you should get my Superfood Plus, get my adult all-purpose vitamins off my website. Then once you give birth to that baby, we can start getting them adrenals back online.
Okay.
And-
Adult all-purpose. And
Yep.
what was the other one?
Adult all-purpose vitamins and vital minerals. I hate the word vitamins. Vital minerals and the superfood plus powder, or you can get the capsules. And make sure you do this on a high alkaline diet. With you, since the adrenals are down, if you really want to kick them adrenals back up, go on a watermelon fast.
Well, I love watermelon. So
Yeah,
that's
do
no problem.
Yeah, do a watermelon fast. So that's what I recommend to you, Queen.
Okay, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Now, I did just order some, before I knew, before I was going to speak to you, I had already ordered some sea moss, but it's wild crafted. Is that okay?
Yes, wild crafted. Did you get so you got the gold kind, the purple kind, right?
The purple kind.
That's the kind you need. That's the kind you need.
Okay,
because the purple kind has got everything that you need inside of it. The gold kind got arginine and everything. Like the gold kind is cool, but sometimes the gold can do more harm than good. But the purple kind is melanated. That's where you get that purple phenomenon from. That the chemical that make it purple is melanin, and it cleanses the body. It strengthens the body and everything else. So you're doing good with the purple. But I'm letting you know now that all sea moss is highly overrated. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. It's highly overrated. Once Dr. Sebi started talking about it, the world just had a frenzy over it, and it's not all what it cracked up to be. And we got some of the best of the best of the best when it comes to sea moss. So just me loving you and you being cool, because I can make millions of dollars off of it and lie to y'all, but it's not about the money for me. And actually, if you look at the kelp, our kelp is way cheaper than our sea moss, and the kelp is more. The kelp have more phytonutrients and bioflavonoids and minerals in it than the sea moss do. But some powerful purple sea moss is powerful, the purple kind, but even the kelp is like right up there with that. So
Okay, now is that kelp powder?
you can get powder or you can get the glandular form. It don't matter. I mean, we don't sell it in powder form. We sell it in this whole form, and they like little nodules anyway, so it ain't that big.
So they look like noodles, right?
Yeah, they look like noodles, but mine don't look like noodles because the process that our company that we use go through to break it up, they look like little bitty grains of salts.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay,
But it's on the site.
Okay, I'll go and look. Now, are the kelp noodles okay to eat?
Yeah, kelp noodles are good. You can get nori noodles, nori skins, and all of that. Yeah, kelp and nori is amazing. They're very, very good for you.
Okay, good, because I just learned about kelp noodles, so I actually been eating them for a while. Put them in my salads and stuff like that.
Yes, very good with iodine, bromine. I mean, very, very good. Very full of calcium, magnesium, copper, gold. These are the plants of the seas. They got a lot of good stuff in it.
Okay, awesome. So one last question. Can you please specify two things for me? One, spinach. And then number two, type 1 diabetes in children.
Type 1 diet, spinach, baby spinach, not adult spinach. If it grows bigger than baby spinach, then that means a GMO is not really a spinach. I hate the word spinach because it's not even called that. That was actually named by some Mexicans, so I don't even like the word spinach. I like to call it by his other names that it have. Now, as far as diabetes 1 is due to the adrenal glands. What happens is the adrenal glands is in control of the autonomic nervous system, and the nerves inside of the adrenals are not communicating properly with the pancreas, something called the islands of Langerhans. So what's happening is the beta cells is not producing the insulin correctly, and the reason why the beta cells and the electricity is not communicating is because the fat diet. How old is the baby?
I believe he's like 3 or 4.
So he must got this from his mama. He have too much fat, and this fat is blocking his blood cells. And what's happening is sugar is trying to get inside the cells, but it can't because the adrenals is not producing enough electricity to raise the insulin high enough to remove the sugar from 150 trails. So the sugar is trying to penetrate the cells with insulin, and it's not working. So the sugar bounces off the fat that's over the cells and keeps building up in the bloodstream. And the more and more it builds up in the bloodstream, the more and more the teeter-totter goes on with insulin and glycogen or glycagon, and it's up and down. Keep doing this until the pancreas completely wears itself out, and now you have a degenerative hyperglycemia, what they call diabetes 1. So in order to fix that, you have to put them on my diabetes reversal kit, which is on the website, the diabetes reversal kit, and you will give it to him according to his weight, not his age, but according to his weight.
Okay.
And he's going to be on an all fruit. He's going to be on an all fruit diet. It's going to raise his blood sugar. It's not going to get too high up to slip him off into a coma or anything, but his blood sugar will raise. But you will see that we're going to be dealing with fructose and not glucose. So he don't even need the pancreas to get the fructose inside of the cells to give him ADP. And then he can bypass that process. That way he's giving the pancreas a rest, for the pancreas can heal itself while the fruits do its job and the herbs do its job. And you'll look up a week later, he don't have diabetes no more.
Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, well, I will definitely share this information to her. Hopefully she's receptive to the information. So, God, peace, and healing. I love myself, and I love you guys. Thank you so much. I love you too, Queen.
Peace, love, light, and healing. Peace. All right, y'all. Peace. Y'all make sure y'all climb on in. I'll do another call. Then I got to pack my bags. Call in 708-831-2335. 708-831-2335. This is the last call. Hopefully I'm going to be dropping videos while I'm out of town. When I get back, I'm going to go live again. I was supposed to be going live tomorrow, but I had an emergency exit out of town. So I'm going to be out of town handling some business. So, peace, love, light, and healing family. Speak your name, speak your peace.
Hi, love, light. I'm from all the way in Jamaica. Good night. How are you doing?
You in Jamaica, and I love the accent queen. How you doing?
Yes, I thank you. Thank you.
That's beautiful. So look, we done had calls from Africa before. We done had calls from Canada. We had now we got Jamaica in the building. Calls from everywhere. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
All the way in Jamaica, and I must tell you how much we love you. My mom, my sister, and I.
I love y'all. I love y'all more. What's going on with you, Queen? Speak your piece.
All right. So I have two issues. Okay. So with myself, the doctors have diagnosed me with PCOS. That's the polycystic ovarian syndrome.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
3 anterior fibroids, and also the left tube block.
Okay. So where are they at? Are they on the cervix wall, the endometrium? Are they on the fallopian tubes?
At the front. They say at the front area of the.
Okay, the cortex of the cervix. Okay. So what you're going through, I can tell you what you're going through right now. So what you're going through is you're going through a very acidic environment, and that's where you get these things from. Your lymphatic system is backed up when it comes to your reproductive organ, and it can be because of two things. You're either eating too much food with estrogen in it, or you're drinking too much water in plastic bottles and stuff like that have estrogen in it. Regardless on what it is, what's happening is you have a hormonal imbalance where your body is producing too much arginine and estrogen. So you need to eliminate anything with estrogen and estrogen in it, anything with pregnenolone in it, and you need to eliminate any type of water out of tap faucets, any waters that's in plastic bottles, anything like that. Make sure you're not eating tempeh. Make sure you're not eating substitute vegan meats and stuff like that, because these things are high when it comes to that. But then, in Jamaica, they've been spraying a lot of herbicides and pesticides on the produce. And guess what's in this herbicides, pesticides, and insecticides? Estrogen. Or estrogen. So you just have to make sure you're buying organic. Now, what you need to order off the website, or since you're in Jamaica, there's so many herbs that just grow out there just abundantly, and I'm pretty sure you can find a beautiful herbalist out there. But if you don't want to, I can give you what to get from me, and I can give you what to look for out there.
Okay, understood. And what also is happening is that I keep bleeding on and off. It starts no, and then another time it stops, and then it just happened unexpected again.
Yeah, so while you're bleeding, though, you have something called the endometrium lining of your cervix. The endometrium lining of your cervix is where all the cells build up for when you go through your ovulation period. Your ovulation period is when you're supposed to be conceiving, and baby's supposed to come forth from the womb. So what happens is each month you have this progesterone pimple or cyst that grows on your ovary where the egg's supposed to come from. Well, what happens is if the blood do not circulate itself right, or if you dirty, that egg will keep building. These things end up attaching themselves to the endometrium cell of the cervix lining, and then you start shedding. Whenever that lining sheds, it's shedding blood cells, and that's where you start bleeding at. So if you're constantly bleeding or running forth issues on and off, that means your body have a lot of toxins in them. So your reproductive system have a lot of dead eggs and stuff built up. up. And usually why is because the estrogen is what makes your hips wide. Estrogen is what gives you your breasts. Estrogen is what gives you your shape. Estrogen is what gets you ready for your baby. So what estrogen is doing is it creating a lot of different eggs that come from your ovaries. So just imagine you producing egg after egg after egg after egg after egg after egg, and it never stops because you producing too much estrogen that's growing these eggs, and then your progesterone levels are very low. Well, that's what stops the bleeding. So now you're doing all of this egg production, and the eggs have nowhere to go. So it literally goes to the endometrium cell of the cervix and sit there until it starts to shed. Now the shedding process is a detoxification of what you're going to call your menstrual cycle or your period. So you're bleeding because there's too much toxics built up in your reproductive system because you're producing too much estrogen and estrogen, which is producing too much eggs during your ovulation period. So you're just constantly shedding toxics or what you call dead egg cell skins. Literally that's what's going on. So you have to get to the root of the problem. The problem is not you bleeding fourth issue. The problem is you producing too much estrogen and pregnenolone inside of your bloodstream, and this happens by your pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is the master gland that governs the woman reproductive system, it governs the same reproductive system of the male when it comes to his testes. So what you have to do is you have to cleanse. You need a whole glandular kit where you cleanse the whole endocrine system. That way we can rebalance your hormones. But before you do that, you have to eliminate the problem. The problem is you have too much outside sources of estrogen and estrogen coming in.
Right.
So you have to eliminate that. So I just need you to start, like any food you eat, make sure, Google it, make sure it don't have no estrogen or estrogen in it. If it do, don't eat it. Water bottles, make sure you're not drinking water out of bottles. Tap water is full of it. Make sure when you get your organic produce that your produce start with the number 9, not with the number 8 and not with the number 4. Make sure when you look at them numbers, number 9, because that's organic. It's going to be 4 numbers on there. And I'm doing a video about it tomorrow, and I'll drop it on here just to show y'all how to truly shop for true organic foods. But make sure you're doing things like that. And then what you need to order off the site is the essential glandular kit. You need to get on my site, go into kits and bundles, and order the essential glandular kit. And what that will do is that will rebalance all of your glandular highway. That way your adrenal glands and your pituitary gland and your hypothalamus gland can be in unison again and not be all out of whack.
All right. Next thing for my mother. She has a lot of complaints, but for right now, she cannot lay on the head back. If she lay on her head back, her eyes get foggy.
Yeah, pressure. So she have too much mucus and pressure. Yep. She have too much mucus and pressure built up into her sinus cavity, meaning that she have a lymphatic stagnation problem. So I bet you it's her kidneys and her adrenals, and her lymphatic system is backed up. We need to get all that excessive mucus that's in her brain. We need to get it drained out. Only way we can do that is by cleansing her transverse colon. We have to cleanse her gut and cleanse her whole system of all the excessive mucus buildup. That way that pressure can get there, because the eyes are getting foggy because mucus is starting to clutter the eyes when she lay down due to the pressure. So that's nothing. That's just and the pressure is coming from mucus. So she just got excessive mucus buildup, or what you would call a stagnated lymphatic system. But she need to get rid of that quick, because what that mucus is doing is it's suffocating her cells. So if she don't cleanse quickly, it's gonna start depleting the oxygen of her cells, especially in her eye area. And then that's where you hear these C words called cancer and stuff come from. So it's time to really just start cleansing her body. With her, I would literally start off with the kidney and adrenal kit. She need the kidney and adrenal kit. That way we can open up the lymphatic system and start getting all of that excessive mucus buildup up out of her. It comes with a GI super mover, so that's going to automatically cleanse her digestive system and open up her transverse colon to get that brain to start draining. And make sure if y'all got a sauna, y'all getting a sauna. Make sure she's outside at least 2 hours of the day inside of that Jamaican sun.
She listens to you every day. She go outside in the morning. She take the sun, and she does all that.
Oh, praise it. So
she just that we're eating. Not saying that we're eating all perfect, but we try. Especially my sister, because she listens to you a whole lot. She's more holistic as well. And she tries to go along that line as well.
It sounds like y'all just need to do a little bit better when it comes to the diet then. So like let's get that diet. Let's perfect that diet. Perfect it. Make sure that you're drinking your H3O2s, which is your juice. Make sure you're juicing fresh juices. And make sure that you're eating raw as possible, and essential glandular kit, and that'll get rid of that issue as well.
All right, that's no problem. But I've been having some issues in signing on the website and viewing the products and all of that.
So if you got issues with the website, go to the website, go to the member page, go under members, click the member page. It's going to be a equal and a negative sign. Click on it. You'll be able to fill out a membership issue. Once you fill that out, the website designer and technician, she'll go through and she will fix your portal. So just go to the members and then follow the instructions. It's going to give you a whole form to fill out where you put in your name, you put in your email address and tell them what's going on, and she will fix your portal for you.
Okay, thank you very much from all the way in Jamaica, and we love you once more.
I love y'all too. I love y'all more. So yeah, make sure y'all stay in contact with us. Let me know if you need us. Make sure you send us an email, okay?
Yeah, man, and we're gonna definitely have to purchase the kits that you have on the website so we can start.
Okay, that's what it is, Queen. All right, peace. All right, Mama, peace,
right.
Peace, Queen.
All right, thank you.
Peace.
All right, peace, love, light, and healing. Peace.
The doctor said I have glaucoma.
All right, family, with that being said, I love y'all indeed. In truth, I've been on here way too long. If y'all got some understanding, some overstanding, and some understanding on this entire topic, which is your emotions is target to kill you and enslave you, and how disease have plagued the black community, type in some nines. If y'all got some understanding, some overstanding, and some understanding, make sure y'all type in some nines. Make sure y'all type in some nines. We'll be dropping a lot of videos and stuff throughout the week. They won't be live, but we will be dropping them on the channel just to keep the content going for y'all to keep learning new things and keep, freeing the black mind, because that's what it's about. If you're not about freeing your people mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, politically, then you ain't about nothing at all. All right, all praise. With that being said, I love y'all and I love myself. If you love yourself, if you want to be free, if you want to be if you want to be away from this system, if you want to be separate from Babylon, from these people that's been oppressing us, suppressing us, and depressing us, say you love yourself and you love yourselves. Let me know. Let me see it. Affirmations, put them out there. Let's put these affirmations. Let's affirm it to the universe. Let's affirm it to the Creator Yahweh that we love ourselves and we want to be free. I am free. I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am wise. I am black. I am God. Affirmations, gratitude, gratification. That's what we need. Abracadabra. I create what I speak. In the beginning, he spoke and it was. You was made in his image and his likeness. So when you speak, it shall be. All right. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yes. Be ye separate. All praises. With that being said, I love y'all. I love myself and I love my cells. All right. With that being said, peace, love, light, and healing. Peace to the gods. Peace to the earth. Peace.